right, crew. Next up, we've got an MBTI that I did not think, like, I would have never thought of doing this one myself, but one of y'all did, and I appreciate that. So we're going to check out and see what Michael Jackson is. I remember very well all of the like, I grew up in the 80s and 90s, right? So I grew up through Michael Jackson, and he was slightly older than me, but like Thriller was the first music video that I remember seeing, and it was like huge. I remember how big of a deal it was. So we're going to type Michael Jackson. This is not going to deal at all with any of the controversial stuff. If you're looking for that, you want to go somewhere else. We're dealing with the mental part. We're going to try and see how he takes in information and then relays it back to us. The way that we do that is through slight changes in the MBTI system. Like, what I do, you have not seen done anywhere else. I move things around. I changed the grid a little bit, like the actual types. I moved a couple of the letters because they needed to be moved. In order to make the classes fit in a logical way, they needed to be moved, and it works. It works a lot better than what is actually out there now. People are going to disagree with that. I am okay with that. I'm showing you how I do this in the hopes that one day somebody with some actual letters behind their name looks at it, picks it up, and takes off running with it. Because nobody's going to listen to me. I'm just going to sit here and tell you what I think. The way that my system works is you do one of two things. You are either things or ideas. You are either looking at actual physical things that you can put your hands on, or you're talking about ideas, grand scope type things. You either, with you either gather new ones or you organize old ones. And that's going to decide whether you are, if you're things, that's an S, and if you're ideas, that's an N. If you gather, that's a P, and if you organize, that's a J. You either do that for yourself primarily, like whatever your primary function is. If you are things first, then your ideas second. And you use the things for the tribe in that case, or for yourself in that case. That makes you an E. Oh no, sorry. That makes you an I. You're an E if you do that for the tribe first. If you go and you get the lighter, you get it for everybody else first, and you don't even smoke, that's tribe. Control and movement is T and F. Either you do things in a very controlling manner, which is T, or you're flexible around the ideas, which is F. And direct or informative deals with how you relay information back. If you do it in a manner which is as few words as possible, or if you chase down rabbit holes and over-explain. And that's going to determine your third slot, whether it's introverted or extroverted. That's how my system works. Let's look and see what we can learn about Michael Jackson. I went with an older interview because hopefully, I don't remember when the controversy started. I'm hoping this is before that. I really don't remember. This is from 83. It should be before any of the controversy. This was at his own house, so he should be comfortable enough to talk in a way that is easier to read. The thing about what I do is it doesn't matter if he's trying to hide things or if he's trying to lie or any of that. None of that matters. It's the overall pattern of speech that I'm looking for. If he is overall talking about things or ideas, if he is overall gathering new ones or rehashing old ones. Let's dig in.
Pardon? I guess I deal with my schedule. You just gradually get used to it. You go day to day with the routine. I get presented a schedule every morning, and I fulfill it. I found out this morning that I was...
He is not happy about that. That is pushing me towards SI Child, right off the top. He does not like having to do that schedule.
Going to be doing this.
So he's pushing back against that.
And you'll get out of her ear. And I guess it's something you just get used to doing. It's part of your work. You're fulfilling your job as an entertainer or whatever. It's fun to be at home sometime and just relax like this.
He does, yeah, he's definitely not giving me a things vibe. Like, he's talking about a thing. He's talking about the schedule and the things that he does. He could be listing the things that he does. He could be telling you his processes of doing things. That would be things oriented. He ain't about that. But there's no ideas related to that either. So he doesn't have anywhere to go with his energy on that. He's just pushing back with his child slot. This audio is terrible. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, we can hear Michael all right, but this interviewer is very off.
I think it's very important because as a performer, you can perform, but if you don't have anything to play back off of, to bounce off of, your performance isn't as dynamic. I think the fans give you the energy. You play off of them, really. Can you hear me?
You pull off of them. He's emphasizing the fans and making sure that she's comfortable. This is giving me a tribe vibe, right? He's very much concerned about how she's feeling about things. That's giving me an F vibe too, because he's concerned about the tribe's thoughts and the tribe's feelings. In a way the T's just really don't.
You can put those on.
The energy everyone talks about that people got.
Wait, what?
You can put those on.
The energy everyone talks about that people got.
Go put some clothes on.
How they feel about the music. The high energy they talk about comes out of the
Gosh, that's hard to explain. It's something that I guess you're just born with. You feel the music. It's like a painter, I guess. You approach the canvas with the paint and the brush, and you're inspired by things around you, I guess, and what's inside of you. And you do it. And
because he does not have a definite idea, but he has several ideas, right?
things around you, I guess, and what
The things around you, I guess.
it's inside of you.
Like that's seeing that there are things, but not really paying attention to what they are specifically. If he was talking about specific sources of inspiration, that would lead me more towards things. This is leading me more towards ideas, even though he's not really expressing the ideas part, simply because he's avoiding the things so much.
And you do it, and I like creating magic.
I like creating magic.
Chasing on a cloud, soaring up so high. Watch me now, watch me now.
Ideas.
Unprepared, I can do anything. When I explain magic, I mean wonderment, excitement, the unexpected, escapism.
That's gathering a lot of ideas under the umbrella of one word there.
Something that's so incredible, an illusion, to put people in a situation, no matter what it may be.
And see how he just lit up when she asked that question? When she asked the definition of magic, which is what she asked. He just lit up because that's something that he can relate to. She kept asking about the things. What's your schedule? What's this? He doesn't want to talk about that. He wants to talk about the ideas. And not just an idea, but the ideas. That is very much a gather ideas feel for me.
And give them totally the opposite or the unexpected, so much more than what they thought would happen.
And he's saying they, them, it is entirely tribe focused. He's giving them these experiences. So we're looking at an ENP. We're looking at an ENFP. He does seem to be kind of informative. Like breaking into the song right there is an informative trait, right? It's stepping over someone else's conversation is an informative trait. So if he's going to be an ENFP and he's informative, that means that he's an ENFP straight up. So, what are we going to be looking for confirmation on that? He's going to push back very hard with the TE child. He's either going to care very much what everyone thinks, or he is not going to care at all what everyone thinks. And when everyone pushes on that, he's going to push back. With some TE child, it's if you push back against the establishment and what everyone says, they get very defensive. And with some TE childs, it is if everyone doesn't agree, or they push back more, instead of defending everyone, they think everyone's wrong, and so they push back against everyone at once, but not with their own thoughts. They just think that everyone else is wrong.
I mean, just
He's going to have trouble. Okay, so that's SI inferior, not SI child, which is just as bad. But that means that he's going to overlook the details. He knows there are details, and he can do the details. He gets a schedule and he works it. But he doesn't want to at all. He wants to completely overlook that. It takes extra energy to function in your SI slot, in your inferior slot. So he has to put extra energy into meeting those goals. And then he's going to gather possibilities without even thinking about it. And he's going to filter that through how he feels and his ethics. No, his morals. FI is morals. So
blow their mind. I like creating magic, excellence. I love doing that. There's nothing like it. I try to do it in everything I do, really.
Where do you get your ideas?
The ideas from the songs I get, I've always said that I don't write my own songs because I feel I'm just a source. I'm just a tunnel, a tube through which they come. I feel somewhere in space.
Without even thinking about it, I gather all the ideas, right? And then I just filter them through me. I couldn't ask for a better example.
Been written before. I mean, Billie Jean and Beat It and all those songs have been up there somewhere. It just came through to me. That's how I really feel. So I even though I did it, I just can't always take credit.
That's NEFI right there. Like, he just gathers all these ideas without thinking about it, and then filters them through his feelings, his morals, and gives you the song. Like, Beat It was a great song. But Billie Jean was a whole lesson in morals. And I'm not going to get into the whole lesson in morals in Billie Jean, but it was a lesson in morals. And his morals. How dare you accuse me of this thing?
It's like any great artist, I guess. Leonardo da Vinci. I mean, he's doing it, but it's some other higher force that's making it happen. It's a wonderful day.
And see, he's giving the SE here too, or the SI here too. He's helping with the experience. He's trying to make you feel better. He's trying to help him feel better because he is still quite uncomfortable. Like, he chose this spot right here. Y'all didn't see the beginning, but he came in with an alpaca to begin with. And then he chose this spot next to this because it's hard to hear. Like, he's very much uncomfortable giving the interview at all. That is a classic introvert, right? That is what everybody else would classify as an introvert. In my system, he does it for his fans. He does it for his family. He does it for other people. They just misunderstand that, and they don't like what he does. So he pushes back against that with Neverland and the different things that he does. But he does it for his tribe. He does it for all these kids who are getting this magical experience. He did it for his tribe. That's why he's an E in my system and not an I. It has nothing to do with whether you're shy or not. That would be more of a direct informative thing. But even then, that doesn't really have to do with the personality typing in the way that I do it. In dealing with your actual functions in your actual stack, It's just how you receive information and how you give it back. It's not about being shy or gregarious. And I understand that is very hard. Like, that is a whole different definition than everybody is used to. I understand that it's going to take a while for people to wrap around that, because the introvert extrovert, as it's defined in the Big Five, is great for what they're doing with it. But I'm trying something completely different with this. This is about learning where your strengths and weaknesses lie specifically, so that you can work on those specifically. Okay, so they're not asking him enough questions. He is not happy about that at all.
Yes. Yes. How did you know that? That's very true. I think kids are very special. I think they're the greatest inspiration for me. Kids and animals and God, stuff like that.
Kids and animals and God. That is listing these three things as very big ideas. It is not defining them, right? So it's not bringing it to a thing. It's keeping it as an idea.
I can't even explain them. They're so magic. When I'm around them, I feel more alive, I think, than anything. I feel like I can do anything. They charge me. They give me energy. They really do. I think the majority...
It's all about the tribe. And giving that experience to the tribe makes him feel really good.
My success has been the inspiration of kids. I really do. I don't think I've ever done an interview outside with trees and bushes watching me.
There's a reason. It's because we can't hear the interviewer at all, because they've got him mic'd up as the president, which they should, so we can hear him. But I can't hear them at all. Like, she's talking right now. I don't think y'all will be able to pick it up.
Pardon? Well, the reason why I like the house I live in, the whole theme of it, I want it to be mainly for kids. Because when they come here, I like to be inspired by their reaction, by seeing them have fun, by their joy. That's why I like
seeing them have fun, by their joy. This is just, it's confirming for me. I don't know if it is for you or not, but he just listed off 3 more grand ideas that he's trying to give to the tribe, like right away. The only thing that I'm a little bit, he seems to be a little bit control and a little bit movement. Like, he's very much about, I'm going to look for some confirmation on control movement, because he doesn't seem to, I don't know, it seems like he's trying more to be in control than he would normally be. So the only thing I'm really not sure about seems to be controller movement. He's very uncomfortable. He's very uncomfortable, even in his own home, given this conversation. But he was a very uncomfortable type of person. I don't think I could find a more comfortable interview. So I have to go with this one.
I like to go to Disneyland a lot. I like seeing them have fun. I go there to get my daily dose of inspiration, really, if I can. And when I come back, I'm ready. I'm ready to take on everything. It's really good. It's magic. Their eyes, their face, their expressions, the characters. Magic. You see, we're doing a new album right now. It's the Jacksons album. And I'm writing several songs on it. The latest one I'm writing is called Buffalo Bill. It's about Will Cody, the cowboy, and how he died. And I'm really excited about it, because I hate to say I know it's going to be a hit, but I feel strong about it. Then I'm writing a song about Liberian girl, about a Liberian girl, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited about all my projects. And I'm just living day to day, dreaming and wishing upon stars and all that magic stuff.
Okay, yeah, he's more flexible. Like he's flexible. Like, and that's the control movement issue right there. He doesn't seem to be very, this box has to happen this way. Like when he was talking about going to Disneyland every day, when I can, is a flexible statement. Otherwise, he would have said it differently. There was a couple of examples right there, but it does seem to be very much movement. So, well, I'm good with that. ENFP, straight up. I know a lot of people are not going to agree that there's an E in there at all, but I've tried to explain that as best I can. This system is not the same. I am okay with that. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. I hope that I helped you to understand yourself a little bit better. That's what I'm trying to do here, is to help you understand how your mind works a little bit better. Yeah. This helped me to understand how my mind worked better, so I'm trying to relay it to other people. I did it for me first, and then for the tribe. He does things for the tribe first, and then he gets his enjoyment out of it second. That's why he's an E and not an I. To the crew, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me, and I am praying for you every single day. Till next time, this has been pittstake. Peace.